Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me in today's webinar. Today, we're going to go ahead and focus on shopping cart and cart settings. I know in the past we went over this briefly, but I would like to go over a couple of areas on the page where this can be useful for the shopping cart. So this is going to be a couple of features that you can go ahead and enable and disable in the shopping cart. So what we need to do is, of course, we need to be logged in into our website. Then we're going to go under the menu Company. We're going to go to Modules. And then we're going to go down here to Shopping Cart and Cart Settings. And so this is the area where we can disable, enable a couple of things. We can also change the alphabetical order of how our products are going to appear in the shopping cart. If we're going to display any tax shipping, if we're going to disable the short description, if we're going to disable the long description of our products. So this is the page where you would need to go to apply those changes. Okay, now most flags are already enabled by default, and you have the ability to hide them or just not make any changes at all on this page. All right, so wanted to go over the basics. So enable records per page. So let me open a new tab here so that way we can see the changes, or we could just see what it applies to in the shopping cart. And you can also do the same if you like. So I'm just going to go to the shopping cart. All right, and then once you're in the shopping cart, so here, of course, we know that this is the items in your cart module. So anytime you click on add to cart, the items are going to appear in your shopping cart. So that way, if you're ready, you could go ahead and click checkout, or you could just simply click on view cart to view the items in your cart. But this is what I was referring to, records per page. If you feel like that this is an inconvenience for the shopping cart page, you could just go back here to shopping cart and cart settings and uncheck enable records per page. And here it's going to show us the short description of the product. So it's always going to be placed right under the product name. So if you'd like to disable that, you could go ahead and uncheck display short description. And then we have display add to cart and details before, and then we also have after description. So you have the ability to hide or unhide these flags. All right, so there's a couple of others that do apply or may apply to your shopping cart. The most important ones that I know that everyone pays attention to is product sort order. So this is going to be under, or this is going to be placed under in category view. So you can change the order of your products and how it's going to be sorted out in the shopping cart by product code, by product name, so you can actually place them in alphabetical order. When you start adding your products, you can actually filter the products, whether it's going to be ascending or descending, highest to lowest cost, lowest to highest cost. Price method to display for SKU at product level view. So all of this here is just set by default, but you have the ability to change this, and then you can actually refresh the page to see the changes reflected. Okay, and then here where it says display social media, share with a friend under product image in product detail, once it's enabled, you can go ahead and put in the social media if it's needed. And then here we have display BCV, display MCV, display UCV. So what that means is BCV means binary commission value, matrix commission value for MCV, and the unilevel commission value. So depending on how the compensation plan is configured and entered into the software, then you will need to enable only those that apply to the compensation plan. So that way you could just come here, place a check in the box and make sure that it's applied to distributors, since distributors are the ones that are earning commissions for products that they purchase. And then here we have select add to cart, add to autoship format. So by default we have this wonderful skin where you have the plus and minus sign, and this is where you can actually change the quantity for how many products you want to include in the shopping cart. So what I'm going to do here for testing purposes, I'm going to go ahead and click to view on a product. And once I click on the product to view more information, it's going to show me the SKU along with additional information and everything I need to know about the product. So if I ever want to change the quantity box, all I need to do here is change the radio button and say if I want to drop down or I just want a field box. And then I just click save. Okay, so I'm going to see settings saved successfully. And then I'm just going to go and refresh the page. So we should see the changes instantly. And then here it is. So if you feel like that this is going to be a plain view for the shopping cart, you could just revert it back to the new skin, which is this one here that has the minus and plus sign. And then just click save so we can revert those changes. So I just wanted to show everyone just a basic foundation of specific flags when it comes to the shopping cart and cart settings. Now, under simplified shopping cart settings, you have all of these field boxes here, which applies to the background color, border color, font color, and that has a lot to do with this module here, which is your items in your cart. Okay, so for example, depending on the color scheme or the design that you're going to select for your website, of course we want to make sure that everything matches. So if you're going to have, let's say, a hunter green design or template, and you want to make sure the checkout button matches the same hunter green color, well, there's different variations of the color hunter green, so you want to make sure that when it comes to the checkout button, which is here, we need the hex decimal color code. And all you need to do is just Google, let's say for example, hunter green color code. So you could Google this, or if you want to use Adobe Photoshop to actually grab the actual color, then so here it's showing us this is the hex color of hunter green. So you pretty much want to copy that color code, and when it comes to the checkout button color, you just need to replace it here, click save, and then that will actually replace it. Okay? Same thing with the view cart button color, which is right above the checkout. You could do the same as well. So it really depends on the color scheme of your skin for your website. So you want to make sure everything matches. So if you have, let's say, a dark blue, or let's say like a royal navy blue color for your website, you want to make sure the checkout button matches that same color of royal blue. Okay, so here you have shopping cart limits, minimum cart purchase. So you can set a minimum amount and also a maximum amount of how many times purchases can be made in the shopping cart. And then you have cancel/refund day settings. So you can set, let's say, 14 days for someone to actually cancel their order and issue a refund. So that means the company will have to go and log in into the gateway, issue the refund, and then they will have to go and cancel the order for that individual. All right, so that should take care of the basic features and functionalities for your shopping cart settings, and hopefully I provided value for your time today. Once again, thank you for joining me in our webinar this morning, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.